Hello everyone, this is Nick the Man once again. This time around, I'm screwing around with Scandinavia and Ranked. Just, I don't know, I've just been experimenting a lot lately, trying some less conventional decks. And we actually managed to find ourselves a game against Putin, unintentionally this time around. So this should be an interesting match. I think he's on his main account. I think that's his main account. So I think he's playing USSR. Um, which Uh, not a very good matchup for Hardek. It's going to be a bit challenging. I think we're probably going to end up starting out with a Puff, because I'm worried about that KA-52 opening, because it's going to be very difficult to shut down with the AA that we have, which is entirely radar guided. Um, as far as CVs, did I buy it? No. Okay. I'm going to start out with a Link with Command Infantry because Putin is liable to send BTR 90s around through this section and sneak them up in here, and yeah, you don't want 5 HP CVs when you're playing against this guy. Um, or at least 5 HP CVs that can't be microed properly to avoid being killed easily. Um, but let's see. I want to leave some scouts on the right side. Um, and he's fond of using Skrejets and Iglas in his deck, if I'm correct. So the Fennec, Totu, eh. It actually might not be bad in the opening because it does outrange the Skrejets, but it might be nice to actually have to control him on the right flank a bit, but we'll see. I can purchase that in a reactionary manner.
User
Um,
joined your channel.
Hello, Nick.
hello.
Are you recording or
I
not?
am at the moment, actually. Is it alright if we, uh,
Don't talk? Okay.
yeah, if that's alright with you.
I'm sorry.
No
I'll go back
worries.
then.
Nah, it's fine.
User left your channel.
Poor Putin. Um, but, yeah, we'll see. Well, I should also probably get a scout or some other form of infantry on the right flank. We'll actually just get some Gewehrman for now to accompany the reconnaissance we already have. And I don't think we're going to buy an AA piece, because, you know what, we'll see if we have the funds to get an LVKV-90, because that might be a good purchase. Both in terms of fire support and its ability to pop lightly armored targets at max range because of the kinetic AP value. As far as middle goes, we're going to take that scout defender out and check that area out in the opening. I'm going to buy a Puff for now, just because I want to make sure that I have the reserve points for it on hand when I actually start the match. We're going to get a mortar, because I want to make sure we can actually get into this town and hold it properly. BTR 90s are going to be troublesome, though. You know, now that I think about it, he doesn't have any wheeled AA, so we are actually going to get a Fennec Totu to accompany our scout defender. If he tries to push for this with BTR 90s, he will find it troublesome. I don't want to tell him what I have, because if he does, he's going to change his opening pretty drastically for it, and it's going to throw any chance of victory we have, I think. And I think trying to decide which tanks we should get here. I think he has SU-25T and SU-27M in his deck, so I don't want to get the Leopard 185 NO2s because they're going to get one-shotted frontally by the SU-25T's 26 AP missiles, which kill up to 12 armor frontally. We're going to get some scouts, and then I think we're probably going to get one or two of these. Or give Armin up in front of the false Jägers, because we don't want them to get killed by we want to screen. Whoop, did I just cancel them? Yes, I did. We want to screen with the false Jägers with the Gewehrman, because the transport armor is still the same, but we don't want to panic the Fallskirmjägers because we're going to need those AT in position up here if we want to actually hold off a motorized push from him. Right, scouts. I think we'll honestly just get 2 scouts and that should be fine. And I think this is a fine opening. Yeah, we should be fine as long as he doesn't do anything too cheeky over here on the right flank. Anything too strange over there on the right flank. Yeah, I think I'm ready. You know what, it might be better to go off with the STRV 121 because I believe he's actually taken to using the OBR 1987s, which have 18 armor and 20 AP, or 18 AP, 18 armor, and yeah. Yeah, okay, actually we're gonna cancel these STRVs, and we're gonna get a 121, and here we go. Get that puff out and see if we can find his KA-52, hopefully. Hera! Okay, so he's playing Red 4, but he is not, in fact. Oh dear. I completely neglected my AA. That was extremely foolish of me. What is the radar, Neva? I'm gonna NASM's up. Jeez. That's lucky. Get some smoke over there. I'll actually redirect that puff over to the right side here. Put those. And we may have just killed his Neva, and I think we did with a puff there. But we do need to get something back over towards this area fairly soon. UM-84 AMs. Spread these out and around. Those over there. And we'll see about fast moving those back into position. Yeah, okay. Well, we have the town, but I cannot believe I forgot to purchase AA while playing against Putin. That's embarrassing, honestly. And now he actually has a proper ASF up. We're gonna fast move that STRF down that way because I don't know if he's actually bothered to reinforce that. And I think for now we're gonna have to hold this position. Get another scout. And we're gonna get a tow too because I want to find and deal with that I want to find a deal with that M84A recon. Like a pagoda in here somewhere, I believe. And there we go, the STRF is through that very nicely. We might be able to push up and take this, and that's honestly probably something I should have gone for if he had this area undefended. And we have lost our... The RBS here might be able to do a decent job. But we need to get more infantry over here on the right, I think. Fortunately out of smoke range. Get some more government over here and we'll see if we can move them up into the town. Okay, that's a morale. Customs was able to pull it down, spending 4 shots. Pull this STRV 121 back. Now I'm wondering how we're going to dig him out of there. I think it will prove to be problematic. So going to get one squad to under DV there. Our DK1 is going to lose. This is Streets Yach. Pull that back. Really though, I need to find a way to cut off his resupply route there. Because if he continues to reinforce this, it's going to be very, very irritating to deal with. CV90s might be a fine way to go here. And there's ASF up again. I think we may get it an automatic, actually, both for the radar AA and the fire support. It is truly exceptional in that role. Ah, for fuck's sake. There's the Leka Pakota again. '84. That. I don't believe we killed the M84 over here. Yeah. Also get a scout. And once this is repaired, we'll send the resupply truck over to the Nassums over there. And I think that's more like a pagoda in the, or a scout. We will actually load the Stormer up this transport and we'll send it back down to this town and maybe send it around. And get the Stormer deeper into the forest where he hopefully won't be able to hit them. I'm wondering if an ASF would be the way to go, or the MLU actually would do just fine. I think we're going to go for that because the MLU will also be useful in dealing with his tanks. Let's see how this goes. Rescue RV-121, and we'll see about making an assault on this town here. Hopefully we can take down this outplane here. That's more there. And we'll see if we can get him to fuck up his micro a little bit by probing on both flanks at once. Oh, but we don't even have the optics to spot these guys at 1,000 meters. Okay. MLU should be able to take down the M84A without any problems. Zava. Maybe we can take down this. The automatic there. Flip this off. We might be able to actually get into the town again. Fuck. That's bad. Very expensive. We will bomb this. Our RBS actually should be able to deal with the M84 here. There we go. Oh, what? Really? Come on, please hit. We'll get our other fighting falcon up. There we go. Tank goes down. Get some smoke for that. Back this. I think our Stormer might be able to deal with the MI8. MI17. We'll save for another automatic. Actually, no, we'll just get the LVKV. It's getting dangerously close there. Unfortunately, we've lost both puffs at this point. We need a new mortar. No, that's too much infantry. Not happening. Need to get like cheap tanks would be good to have in that area. I think though if he's going to keep that loitering, I may go for a bombing run here and see about taking that down with the MLU. You know, but he still has that Sava there. Pull this tank back with the smoke. And we'll get another supply truck for the Nossums. And some more infantry over here. Oh, it looks like he actually was careful. Oh, fuck. He's out. Bad move, but I panicked there. Yeah. At least that's his second ASF dead, I believe. And we may have killed his Sava, because I didn't see any response from it. But that is our only ATGM plane down. Get some more of these DK1s. Actually, you know what? That's not the right move. We should be getting IFBs. The CV90s are quite nice to have. But you know, I think I want to get more AA. So I'm going to get the LVKV90, and then I will purchase the CV90s. Bomb this area, because it looks like his AA. Oop. Another ASF. Okay. Get out of there without issue, yeah. I guess we may need to buy an actual ASF again, because if we can take out his air superiority, I mean, we'll be able to use our bombers a lot more efficiently than we are currently. Been bleeding for a little bit now, but not too long yet, I suppose. We'll get a Fennec Tow 2 to deal with that. We're gonna lose one of our relevant QB enemies. So yeah, I think we will actually get an ASF. I would quite like to be able to deal with his Super Gallops and that was another mistake there, leading with the stuff. And now he's trying to bait us into AA. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, that's very bad. That he was actually able to get both shots off there. Oscar Jaeger should be able to deal with the Proletariat without a problem, especially in the open year with the DK1 support. Get some more infantry, one squad of infantry just to make sure he doesn't have anything in that area. And I think we're going to move this STRV 121 over here to the right flank. That's bad. Got the front armor around at the time though, so that's good. Fuck's sake, man. Okay, at least our LV-90 was able to take it down. But we are going to need to buy that other ASF now. Oh well. We can't outrange that with the tow. I think we're going to buy a CV. Need to stop the bleed before it goes on too long. He's been bleeding us for a little bit, but at least it's only been at +1. Mortar is suspected. Actually, no, we'll mortar the infantry here. Should bomb that position. Back. There we go. Actually, it'd probably get overkill here with the ooh, supply truck. Wonderful. Always nice to have. But the mortars seem to be doing a fine job there. I think we're also going to get a... You know, I don't want to overinvest in CVs too much, but it looks like we've been able to push him back to here, with the exception of the Sava right there. Super Gallop, what's he going for? We're going to get our ASF up. May have just been a mistake. Okay, 84. We get that supply truck back over to the STRV. We're gonna get a scout in middle. And we'll put a scout defender over there on the left flank to make sure he's not doing anything cheeky. We're gonna see if we can go repair our STRV 121. Putin will receive no such kindness from me. We're gonna keep mortaring that area. We're gonna move this RBS squad up. Maybe we can repair that as well. When I get a squad of government to guard that infantry. And this will bring forward. I think we're gonna get a CV for Alpha, because we need to start catching up on points now. I'm gonna take this around actually and just check out this area for a bit before bringing it back to that spot. We'll bring the Fennec to over there. What's he mortaring here? He might have spotted the Nassums. No, he's smoking it, so he might be prepping for an assault. 18. Got another. I think I want to save for an automatic, actually. No? Okay. Bunkers. The rifle squad. Even if they were elite, they wouldn't stand much of a chance against Volkskremjäger. Right, light infantry. Got another P90 in that area. We'll bring the Scout Defender over there and use the good parts on it. That might be a good idea to actually, yeah, we're going to retreat the Volkskremjäger here. Yeah, because they're panicked now. BVP's a bit problematic. We're going to get a cheap tank. And we're going to fall these back. Get the Fennec Toe 2 up though, because he doesn't seem to have AA present. I think we're going to go bomb one of these. And send our ASF out. We're likely going to lose the Falcon, but he should lose his ASF. There we go. And that is his second ASF, and I don't believe he runs 2 parts of ASF with, Oh fuck, he killed our... Oh no, our Nassums is still here. He just moved it back. Right. All is well. Nassums should take down that without any issue whatsoever. Stop firing. That. And that's a super Gallop. What's he going for? Did we lose our 120? That's just bad micro. It's not great, but yeah, that was just a really big mistake actually. Not paying attention to my super heavy equivalent. More CV90s out there, and no, that infantry's right there. Might conquers like that. So I think we may actually need to buy another heavy tank if we want to clear out those M84A recon vehicles, which is irritating because we just lost one to a side shot there. But yeah, that was just poor micro. We'll get that up shortly. Resupply the VS over here. Wondering if... I don't think you can hide infantry in there particularly well. Get the last of our government out. But yeah, we're gonna get that STRV out. That was another ATGM infantry squad. I'm just gonna pull this back. We don't want to get baited into his we don't want to get baited into his yeah. Another supply truck over there. That's a super gallop. Looks like he's gonna go right over our Nasums here. Yeah, going after our Leopard there. Get the other STRV 121 out. And I think we have a supply truck on the way with ammunition for the Nasums, which is good. This into position. And we will see about taking back Delta through the use of our heavy tanks here, because I don't think he's brought out a super heavy of his own. The Gal might actually take down the Hera. Get another recon helo over there on the left. Yeah. We'll see about smoking him off. I might move it into like this position here, which is a little bit less obvious. There we go, and the Stormer just cleared that out. Good. Oh no. I really would like to avoid losing the Nasums if possible, because that's, oh dear, expensive. Close. Very close. Turn on spare parts, and we'll get that up to full HP. That's a Vihor. And we have the Block 5s, but I know for a fact that he has a Neva over there. We can start mortaring down that. And I think we're just going to move our CB here. We don't want to lose it to blind bombing. Or, yeah. And you know what, we're going to get our third STRV 121 out, because if this is going to be a brawl between super heavies, we're just going to need to outnumber his vehicles here. Because we don't have the same capabilities. Oh, for fuck's sake. They're going to get an automatic instead. I'm not even sure if I should be that worried about planes. I think he only has the one super gallop left. Oh no, he has a rouse. Oh. Might be worth it to try to sneak a CV into Delta. I think we're gonna do that next, because we need to, you know what, I actually want to save the ammunition on that because I want it for smoke. There's our third STRV-121. And CV is what we're saving for. Right. Let's creep this scout up a little bit further. And we'll make him think he's getting close by moving the CV slightly there. Okay, mix with infantry, and then we're gonna get supplies for our ATGMs over there. I'm gonna split these up. See if we can make use of these STRV-121s now that we have them out. We're in another mortar as well. Munition. We're gonna keep our ASF circling. This is spotted. Oh no, it's in the open. Okay. I think we actually should get more infantry up here. Maybe we can get some hits on the VOR, but I don't think we're going to be able to while he's actually regroup these. Oof, that's a rough hit there. Got a spare squad of full screen around. And we will see if we can continue to advance here. Actually managed to kill both squads of RBS 56 as well. Two misses. There. There's the command infantry. Close miss. We need to get that CV up there. Over there, get the CV into position. And I think we might be able to take this back from him here. As we hold on to this area on the left, it should be fine. Okay, now we have our, you know what, we're gonna get a spare CV actually for this area because what I'm worried about is him getting lucky with his artillery. And if he gets lucky with his artillery and manages to kill the CV, that would spell the end of the game for us because we wouldn't have time to get it back in. We'll stop that for now. Pull all these back into cover. You know what? He did spot it. Fuck. We're gonna get 2 more mortars for the extra smoke, but we want to see about moving the infantry out of predictable locations. And I think he's probably going to get a CV for this area. We're going to see about also laying some smoke to push back up into there. That lucky motherfucker. Sorry for the language, but Jesus Christ. Like, seriously? At least we have the spare CV on the way. Up over there, and I hope to God he doesn't have line of sight on this. And we're going to pull these STRV 121s back, and we're going to move them up towards here. We're also going to get the storm right to the buildings here. Oh, that's a lot of infantry. Get some good Jäger. And we're going to follow them up with Jäger, I think. We are still taking on him here, so we may be in a good situation. Regroup those 3 mortars, and regroup these 3 mortars to have the ammunition split. And we're gonna keep getting infantry over here, because we want to fight back over this. So just gonna mortar in there a good amount. Going to the points? No. It's not. Back around. He's more commanded, more infantry back there. We'll mortar that for now though. V-horse. We lose one of our STRV 121s there. But this command infantry is not long for this world. I guess we'll get the block 5 out. Our automatic just took down one of his V-horse there. We just let our STRV 121 get sideshot there. We'll see if the block 5 can do anything about this V-horde, but I think he dodged out of the way in time. Did some damage, but not enough. Ooh, that's bad. gonna get some Facto 2s out. I think we're gonna lose that CB though. Heli rush. Good thing we have the LBKB 90 in place. We'll see if we can push for this again. I think we're actually out of ammunition with most of these. Okay, we may or may not have killed this CV. At the very least, we moved it. Guess we'll go dive this. That's unfortunate though. Get another NASM's out. That's game. Draw. A lot of missed micros on my part, but that was a pretty close game, I'd say. Obviously. But I think that was a pretty good game. I was not able to accomplish very much at all with my STRV 121s though. One Conquers M, one Command Infantry, one Infantry Squad. And that I think is why this was a draw and not a victory. That super heavy play really is just embarrassing. Well, GG. RB. But yeah, until next time, folks.